Good evening, USA, International, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens. This is your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator YouTuber, host of the most misunderstood Lonely Nomad, the man who holds the back doors of the Q5 and N24 buses, unstoppable independent podcaster, and of course, Queens, New York native of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And yes, this is a redo of episode 303, and you're rocking and hanging out with me on this episode of Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast, a comedy space based on wild, crazy, fun topics in entertainment news, music news, including hip hop, R&B. Um, there's there's of course um various segments that involves TV shows, movies, you just name it. And the reason I'm redoing episode 303 is because the previous episode that I did was like 3 hours long or whatever. I couldn't I couldn't really upload it. So I'm going to be redoing it, and hopefully I'll be able to get it out there after I am done. And I do apologize for the holdup. So yeah, there you go right there. And of course, be sure to turn your notifications on um on the Instagram page of the podcast show page, and of course to know that I will be on Instagram live recording episodes and stuff. Um and for the most part, hang on a second. And for the most part, I will be I Sorry about that, folks. I didn't mean to press that. I was trying to get rid of that video. Um Oh shit, sorry about that. Um yeah, so I will be um I will be doing Instagram live feeds, but this time I'm not doing Instagram live right now because I already have episode 303 already on Instagram live. If you missed it, of course you're more than welcome to watch it on there as well. And if you are new to the YouTube channel universe and you miss any episodes whatsoever, please feel free to go ahead and grab that subscribe button alongside with alerts so you could be reminded on when each podcast show episode recording is going to start, including the date, the day, the month, and the time, and and also you can leave a like and a comment alongside with the episodes and topics that's being discussed. Yes. And listen, stream, watch these episodes, download the episodes, including your favorite ones and favorite topics. And also you can add the podcast to your playlist on Spotify for podcasters, Pocket Cast, Player FM, um, and of course Pocket Cast. You have Odyssey, Audible, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and along with other various streaming platforms, which I will get to at the end of this show episode right here. So, um, hang on a sec. Yes, as I was saying, yes, be sure to add the podcast to your favorite playlist, and I just mentioned Spotify and other streaming platforms, wherever you get your podcast. So I'll handle the rest where you can listen to the episodes and stuff, and you can share the videos, share the episodes, and you can tell a friend to another friend, and I'll handle the rest at the end of the show. And for those of you that's new, welcome to the show. All right. So we're gonna get into a little bit of everything, starting with the New York Mass Transit Files. All right, let's cut to the chase. And here's what's happening here. Um, According to masstransitmag.com, um, wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. A Metropolitan Transportation Authority. Hold on a second. Yes, a Metropolitan Transportation Authority um, depot in Queens saw 17 overhead electric bus chargers installed as work progresses on a multi-year project to integrate electric buses into MTA's network. The pantographs installed at the MTA depot alongside with a project for the Niagara Frontier Transportation Authority in Buffalo, New York. That's upstate, folks. Are the first pantograph bus chargers and depots installed in the Northeast. MTA has committed to deploying a 100% zero emission bus fleet by 2040. Um, Hold on. The charger installation is part of a multi-year plan to deploy 60 zero-emission buses throughout the MTA system to serve New York City's 5 boroughs. New York City Transit Senator Vice President of Buses Frank Anacaro said buses move over 1.5 million people daily, taking cars off the road and getting New Yorkers where they need to go. These pantograph dispensers will help the MTA deliver on the promise of a zero emissions fleet by 2040 and reinforce the MTA as a leader in the fight against climate change. Give me a fucking break. New York State Power Authority is managing the first phase of the project, which includes the overseeing the design, permitting the procurement processes, managing construction, commissioning, and warranty for the project. The first phase will see the installation of 67 total overhead and cable dispensers for New York City Transit at depots in Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Brooklyn. The pantographs installed recently were at the Grand Avenue Bus Depot and Central Maintenance Facility. End quote. Working with the Metropolitan Transportation Authority to electrify the nation's largest bus fleet supports New York's goals to transition public buses, reduces greenhouse gases, and enable better air quality for vulnerable communities in the proximity to transportation facilities and beyond. The New York Power Authority is proud to work with the MTA to reshape and decarbonize public transit in urban areas and inspire other municipalities to follow suit. This work is truly transformative for mass transportation, and once again, New York is leading the way, said New York State Power Authority President and CEO Justin E. Um, Drys- Driscoll. The $54 million project um, involves reconstructing the bus depot to accommodate the overhead pantograph dispensers and specific lanes for electric buses to charge. Hmm, $54 million is a lot of money. Yeah, that part. Um, Installations of another 32 overhead and cable dispensers will begin within the next month at the Kingsbridge Depot in Manhattan, which primarily serves the Bronx and Charleston Depot in Staten Island. Deployment of several cable chargers are also underway. All work is set to be complete by mid 2024. Good luck with that. Installing electric bus chargers is a major step in the MTA's ambitious plan to transition to zero emissions bus fleet by 2040. Mass transit is the antidote to climate change. Give me a fucking break, man. Like, really? And I want to thank Governor Kathy Hochul for her leadership in ensuring the MTA becomes a model transit system, said MTA Chair and CEO Jenna Lieber. you know, I don't know, man. Anyway, next we have the city council. Next we got the city council, according to AMNY. Um, the city council wants to set deadlines for the Department of Transportation to repave city streets to 2 weeks, despite the objections of City Hall officials who say the bill would lead to unreliable flim flam road work. flim flam. a majority a majority of the council's 51 members have added their names to Intro 905, sponsored by Brooklyn Council member Justin Brennan, which would compel the DOT to finish all street resurfacing projects within 2 weeks of initiation. For projects that take longer, as many do, the DOT would have to notify the surrounding community of the expected project timeline and the reasons for the delay. It's in no way requiring the agency to actually do the work, says Staten Island Council member David Carr at the Transportation Oversight hearing on Tuesday. We require you to do the work or inform the community stakeholders that there's going to be a delay. Um, but the DOT is less than enthused with the bill, with reps arguing it doesn't account for the fact that the projects often don't solely include repaving the street. Margaret Forgion, DOT's first deputy commissioner, told lawmakers on Tuesday that if projects solely included milling or removing the surface layer of asphalt from a street and repaving with a fresh coat of blacktop, the projects likely could be done in 2 weeks. But when the DOT resurfaces roads, it must closely coordinate with the utilities running the complex jumble of transmission lines underneath a given street to avoid costly and dangerous errors. Oftentimes, utilities will discover issues underground that require a longer term road closure period, said Forgion. Sometimes we find a water leak, sometimes there is a minor leak, no, excuse me, a minor gas leak, which is actually an excellent time to find out, said Forgion, because that work can be done before the road is quickly repaired and that problem potentially grows worse and could present a safety issue down the line. Addressing those issues while road work is ongoing anyway forestalls the need to dig up the road again later once a problem arises, said she said. I much rather they take a few extra days and really repair the street right for safety reasons and also not come back in 6 months, a year, 2 years and dig up that fresh road again, said Forgion. I would much rather ask the public for patience on the milled roadway than have them in a few years get back a lousier street. Regular repaving of roadways is a necessary government function to keep them from falling into disrepair. Only 76.9% of the city roads have pavement rated good, according to the most recent mayor's management report, a no compendium of citywide agency performance. The city repaved 1,200 miles of roadway in the last fiscal year, according to the report. The city filled 8,000 fewer potholes in 2023 than in 2022, and nearly 25% fewer than in 2019, the final year before the slamdemic, according to the report. The Adams administration has attributed this decline to there being a smaller number of potholes to fix. But but like other agencies, DOT is grappling with hundreds of vacancies in key positions, slowing progress on street improvements. Many of the vacancies are hard to fill. Those pursuing an apprenticeship as a roadway inspector at DOT, for instance, must undergo 6 months of training and will only make $33,000 per year, according to Deputy Commissioner for Sidewalks and Inspection Management Leon Hayward. Wow. Wow. $33,000. Sheesh. It may be a lot of money, but it's a lot different than a couple mil, if you catch my drift. Yeah. All right. The positions see high turnover, with apprentices often taking civil service exams for other jobs when available. Hayward said the agency would like to increase the pay and qualifications. Right now, the only prerequisite is a driver's license as a means of attracting more talent. Let's see. So yeah, so yeah. All right. So we're gonna go into. Okay, we're gonna go into. All right, we got a passing that we need to talk about, and this is gonna be part of the segment. Right here, which is chatting all the jazz. So this is a segment in regards to the uh the trending topics that you hear on a weekly basis and all that great stuff right there. So here it is, chatting all the jazz. Yes, unfortunately, we have a passing in the movie world, which pertains to an actor who goes by the name of Nashawn Breedlove. And this is according to um, EW, which is Entertainment Weekly, the website. Nashawn Breedlove, the actor and rapper, best known for his performance in 2002's 8 Mile, died on Sunday at age 46. His cause of death is unknown. Um, yeah. Breedlove played a rapper named Lotto in 8 Mile, a member of Detroit rap group The Free World, who battles Eminem's Jimmy at the climax of the film. Lotto famously insults Jimmy by comparing him to that dude from Leave It to Beaver. Oh shit. During his freestyle. Oh wow. Jimmy ultimately defeats Lotto before moving on to face Papa Doc, played by Anthony Mackie. Under his stage name, Ox Breelove also appeared on the soundtrack of the 2001 film The Wash, starring Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, performing on the song Don't Talk Shit. TMZ first reported the news saying that Breedlove died in his sleep at his home in New Jersey. Oh boy. Oh wow. Yeah. And the actor's mother, Patricia A. Breedlove, confirmed it on Facebook on Tuesday. End quote. It is with a heavy heart that I shared the news of my beloved son, Nashawn Breedlove's passing, she wrote, noting that many knew him by his aliases, Lotto and Ox, a name that echoed his resilience and determination. She shared of the latter. Um, Nashawn was a rapper, singer, songwriter, and actor. No one could deny his talent. Nashawn's departure from this world has left an immense void in my life, one that words cannot fully express. The actor's mother continued, I can't put into words the pain and hurt that I feel. He was not just my son, he was a remarkable man whose character and strength inspired all who crossed his path. And SIP to Nashawn Breelove. All right. So let's let's go into something lighter, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go into something lighter. actually, Actually, no. This is kind of like crazy. Actually, this is another crazy story. Actually, so we got to get into it right here. Um, this is not a crazy story, and this is from the New York Post, actually. So, nearly released footage shows the moment a Jack in the Box drive-through worker shot a family of three, including a 6-year-old girl and her pregnant mother, after an argument over curly fries. The fast food employee, identified in legal papers as Alania Ford, whipped her gun out and fired at the car, carrying the family as the driver sped away during the March 2021 dispute. Surveillance footage shows, according to an ongoing lawsuit that was filed last year. Of course, seconds before shots rang out, Ford furiously threw ketchup package and other items at the driver, identified as the pregnant woman's husband, Anthony Ramos. Ramos then tossed items back at the worker while another employee tried to intervene at the Houston location, according to the footage. After the shocking shooting, Ford walked away and then returned to the window where she casually cleaned up the mess, the footage shows. Oh my gosh. Man, damn. Damn, man. This sucks, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't get I don't really get it, man. You know what I mean? It's just terrible. Um, okay. So the footage is part of a 2022 lawsuit filed against Jack in the Box and Ford. Ramos and his wife are seeking more than $1 million in damages. Wow. Um, okay. A second. Yes, so the violence was sparked when Ramos drove up to the eatery after picking up his wife and child from the airport. Ramos, a Florida resident, was there to help restore power in the Lone Star State city in the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey, and his pregnant wife and daughter flew from Miami to meet him there. The incident shook the family up so much that plaintiff Anthony Ramos, not to be confused with the actor, quit quit his contracting job in the Houston area and returned to Florida, the lawsuit states. The plaintiff saw that after he received his order from Ford, it was missing curly fries, leading to the escalating argument, the lawsuit states. Ford was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, according to the lawsuit. She later pleaded guilty to misdemeanor deadly conduct, according to legal papers provided by the family's lawyer. Um, Jack in the Box needs to do background checks on employees so as not to expose their customers to someone who would attempt to kill them. The family's lawyer, Randall L. Callanan, said in a statement. These rage cases are getting out of hand in Houston. Sure is. Um, Speaking of getting out of hand, Mario Lopez is upset that the Skittles is actually getting banned. Now, this is crazy though, man, and I'm not even gonna hold you. And this is from TMZ actually. Mario Lopez is pissed that the Golden State is focusing on healthier candy instead of other issues he finds more pressing, and he's letting his followers know about it publicly. The longtime extra host fumed over Governor Gavin Newsom recently signed AB 418 into law, which has become known as Skittles ban. Although that's a little misleading over what this actually requires in California going forward. This is some wild shit, man. All right. Let's continue. Let's continue, man. Um okay. All right. Where were we? Yes. Essentially, the law requires companies selling food in the state to remove certain additives which California now deems harmful. One of the big ticket chemicals being targeted is red dye 3, prominently found in Skittles, and corporations have until 2027 to get their act together. That's not hold on. That's not how it's been advertised, though. Many are falsely peddling this new law as an outright ban of Skittles, and it seems ML got ticked off over social media headline. He writes, "Crime is through the roof, worst drug epidemic ever, and homelessness at an all-time high in California. Let's focus on Skittles." Mario's criticism actually got a lot of praise in the comments, with folks saying he was right to point out the priorities seem out of whack. Others, however, noted that this is actually a good thing and will help keep Californians safer in the long run. There have been a number of concerns over these now banned additives in food which were never approved by the FDA to begin with, including cancer fears. So, in other words, Mario can still have his Skittles if he wants them, not that he looks like he eats much of them anyway. Tasting the rainbow ain't going anywhere. Um, yeah, the Skittles ban is so stupid, man. This is so fucking stupid, man. This is so fucking stupid, man. Anyway, man. All right, let's go on to. Hold on a minute here. Hold on. Let's go on to. let's go on to let's go on to hang on a second. Yes, so what the hell's going on with the damn NBA? Huh? In case you're wondering, according to the New York Post, of course. Um, so the National Basketball Association is reportedly being investigated by federal authorities for allegedly pressuring its owners, players, advertisers, and partner television networks not to do business with a competing league fronted by rapper Ice Cube. The Justice Department's antitrust division is looking into claims raised by officials involved in Big Three, a three-on-three basketball league that largely features retired NBA players. The Wall Street Journal reported Wednesday. Um, Big Three executives met with DOJ. Um, yeah, they met with DOJ officials in Washington, D.C. in January to flesh out their claims that the NBA was violating federal antitrust law, according to um, the journal. Hold on one moment. Sources told the journal that the Justice Department is looking to ascertain whether the NBA, whether the NBA, whether hold on a second, yeah, whether the NBA has pressured its owners from investing in the nascent Big Three. Um, The investigation, which was first revealed last week by the news site TMZ, is looking into whether the NBA leaned on its advertisers and TV partners to shun Big Three. The NBA has denied claims that it has sought to keep its own players from participating in Big Three events, which was co-founded by the former NWA rapper and popular actor of the Friday franchise. Um, So far, just one active NBA player, Jalen Brown of the Boston Celtics, has taken part in the Big Three game, competing in last summer's All Star contest. Um, Current NBA players have reportedly expressed a desire to participate in Big Three games, but Ice Cube's league suspects that they have been dissuaded from doing so. Big Three games take place in the summer during the NBA's off season. Um, NBA rules prohibits owners from holding any direct or indirect financial interest in another non-NBA basketball team or league. The league's referees have also allegedly been told that they are not to officiate any Big Three games. That's some bullshit. The Post has sought comment from the NBA. Contact information for Big Three was not immediately available. The Justice Department declined to comment. We have been supportive of the Big Three since its inception, but we decline to invest base, said. The league has attracted former NBAers, including Rashard Lewis and Corey Maggott. The NBA legends such as Julius Irving, Gary Payton, and Rick Barry have coached teams, as have former Knicks forward Charles Oakley and women's hoops Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman. If the NBA is in violation of antitrust law, it could face significant fines from the federal government. The NBA isn't the only professional sport league that has come under scrutiny for alleged antitrust violations. Two minor league baseball teams have asked the Supreme Court to strike down a major league baseball rule that they say is part of sweeping immunity that has shielded the NBA from antitrust liability for more than a century. Minor league baseball teams, Tri-City Valley Cats and Norwich Sea Unicorns, filed the legal challenge in September in a bid to revive their claims against professional baseball. The minor league teams, represented by Well, Gottscho, and Manges, contend that MLB's restructuring in 2020, restricting how many minor league teams can be affiliated with professional clubs, should not be immune from antitrust liability. The 2020 reshuffling at the heart of the case out, the case cut the number of minor league affiliates from 160 to 120 and blocked major league teams from affiliating with more than four minor league clubs. The Biden Justice Department filed briefs in the trial and appellate courts supporting the minor league teams. DOJ has also been investigating the PGA Tour after it merged with Saudi-backed rival LIV Golf. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, I feel for them, man. You know what I mean? All right. All right. Let me go to okay, let's go to National Pretzel Day. Yes, this episode is titled Each of Us Love Pretzels, Our Favorite Snack. And this is dedicated to National Pretzel Day. So let's get into it right here. Um all right, so if you love a pretzel, then National Pretzel Day on April 26th is the day for you. Pretzels, somewhat surprisingly, got their start in the Catholic Church. Um, hang on. Roll up my damn sleeve. Um, yes, hang on a second. Pretzels somewhat surprisingly got their start in the Catholic Church sometime around the 7th century AD. Um, Monks presented um their students with treats of baked dough twisted in the shape of crossed arms. Hold on. At the time, crossing one's arms was the traditional posture for prayer. Not only that, but pretzels made from water, flour, and salt were also the perfect food for Lent when meat, dairy, and eggs were prohibited. So there you have some National Pretzel Day history with a twist. Gosh. Um, the delicious not loop snack we all loved is enjoyed on National Pretzel Day on April 26th. Now we go to the history of National Pretzel Day. The origin of the pretzel dates back to 7th century Catholic churches. The rules of abstinence and fasting during Lent were much stricter than today, forbidding Catholics from consuming dairy, eggs, and or meat. This led to the creation of pretzels, which were the perfect food to eat without violating any rules, and they were easy to prepare. The unique knotted shape of pretzels became a symbol of union in Switzerland in 1614, with weddings and weddings of royal couples featuring pretzels to represent the bond of matrimony. Oh boy, did not know that one. According to legend, this may also be where we get the phrase tying the knot from. The shape of a pretzel is also thought to signify joined hands during prayer. Today, pretzels are enjoyed as a snack and are a popular item on concession stands at carnivals, um, charcuterie boards, and all types of events. Hard pretzels are a relatively new invention, considered to have been first created in Pennsylvania by German immigrants. For this reason, pretzels are so beloved to Pennsylvanians that the governor of Pennsylvania, Ed Rendell, established April 26th as National Pretzel Day in 2003. Also, Pennsylvanians eat more pretzels per capita than any other state in the United States. All right, so the timeline for National Pretzel Day is 610 AD, created for praise. Many believe that the pretzel was created by an Italian monk who reward children for learning their prayers. 17th century, well, it looks like a heart. The intertwined loops of the pretzel symbolizes love in some parts of the world. 1800s, pretzels go global. Swiss and German immigrants introduced the pretzel to North America. 1850, open for business. The first proper pretzel bakery opens in Lytus, Pennsylvania. I never heard of that area, so please forgive me. Um, Pretzels by the numbers. So $550 million, the annual worth of pretzels industry in the United States. Wow. $550 million. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. Man. Yeah, of course. That's a lot though. Yes. Yeah, give me one moment. I'm trying to set up the sound effect here. Give me one moment. Yeah, $550 million. Hold up. £1.5, the average consumption of pretzels by the average American per year. 1993, the year when Philadelphia opened a privately run pretzel museum. 1850, the year when hard pretzels were first introduced in the United States. 12, the number of times more than that pretzels are consumed by the average Philadelphian as opposed to the national average. Um, Let me see. Okay, so all right, so we have all right, so National Pretzel Day activities. Go Bavarian. Number one. Did you need an excuse to head to your nearest um um Biergarten? You have one now. What better way to showcase pretzels than with some good mustard, beer, and friends? You know, I would never actually wait online in a car over a fucking burger and an In-N-Out burger, man. That right there, I will talk about that in the near future, which is crazy. Um Crazier than this actually. But um I'll save that for another topic another time. So anyway, so number two, pretzel crawl. Chances are there are many restaurants and bars in your area showing off the pretzels prowess. Why not make a night of it and test out your local options? Number three, DIYP. Watch one of the many YouTube videos and make your own pretzels. You'll be left feeling very satisfied at the end. Five irresistible facts about pretzels. Number one, their original name. Pretzels were originally named bracelet, excuse me, after the Latin term for little arms. Number two, the best of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania produces 80% of the country's hard and soft pretzels. Um, Number three, a month-long celebration. October is celebrated as National Pretzel Month. Number four, the first pretzel bakery, Julius Sturgis, not to be confused with the actor Jim Sturgis, um, opened the first commercial pretzel bakery in Lightest, Pennsylvania in 1861. Number five, pretzel accident. President George W. Bush was eating a pretzel in the White House when he choked and lost consciousness in 2002. Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, why we love National Pretzel Day, you ask? One word: carbs. There's something oh so satisfying about the carby insides, the toothsome exterior crust, the crunchy salt on top. Pretzels bring together a bunch of taste sensations that make it a very enjoyable snack any time of day. Num and two words: dipping sauce. Pretzels are just fun to eat, hard or soft and on their own, but they really go to the next level when you pair them with things like peanut butter, cheese sauce, mustard, and chocolate. They are cheap too. Most pretzels wherever you are don't cost more than $5, whether you are at the park, office, or the mall. This handy snack can power you through the day. All right, so hold on. Okay, so National Pretzel Day date. So starting next year, Friday, April 26th, 2024. So, 2025 Saturday, April 26th, 2026 Sunday, April 26th, 2027 April 26th, Monday, and 2028 Wednesday, April 26th. All right, so let's get into some Wu-Tang Clan best songs of all time. All right, so this is from beatsrhymeslist.com. All right, so the 90s birthed two seismic shifts in hip hop, the G Funk movement and the rise of the Wu Tang Clan. While the former stood behind Dr. Dre's synthesizers, the latter from Staten Island and Brooklyn breathed raw, unadulterated grit into every mic they blitzed. The Wu's nine-headed composite approach to rap spun from the minds of, among others, RZA, Jizza, Ghostface, Killer, and Method Man forged not just songs, but sonic cyclones that brought the ruckus and muddied the waters of the rap's mainstream. Wu Tang, Seventh Chamber proved this collective wasn't just a clan, but an army, each member's lyrics slicing like Shaolin's finest swords. Cream, a rallying cry that would become Wu's creed, flicked from introspective verses to flashy choruses without losing its street authenticity. Severe Punishment showcased the Wu's storytelling prowess, painting panoramas of 90s New York street life. Gravel Pit, one of my favorite songs, channeled their ability to bend the hip hop genre, throwing in thick slices of funk. But the Wu-Tang fanaticism isn't just about the peak 90s albums like Enter the Wu-Tang, um 36 Chambers, and Wu-Tang Forever. It sprawls onward into the new millennium with the W, the Iron Flag, and A Better Tomorrow. Albums that saw the clan dance with new sounds and collaborators while keeping their lyrical swords razor sharp. However, narrowing down records that involve the clans is no small task. So let's run through the timeless hits that involve the Wu-Tang Clan members, including collabs with other artists like Nas, Jay-Z, and Mary J. Blige, to rank the best that came from Wu-Tang Clan members of all time. All right, starting with number 75. Hang on. Yes, Winter Wars. The lyrics paint a picture of a rhyme master of unafraid to explore his range and assert his dominance over the mic, making it clear he's a force to be reckoned with in the hip hop game. His lines, rap beautifully in metaphors, deliver a blow like a mighty winter storm, raw and relentless. Then it's Ghost's Wool Brothers stepping it up to the plate. You got Raekwon the Chef, Master Killer, and Capadonna, each bringing their unique flavor, echoing the collective's ethos of unity and in diversity. Um, Lyrics dive deep into their unique rhyme styles, mastery of the language, and confident swagger. The song spirit screams Wu Tang, a collective of lyrical gladiators, each demonstrating skill, rawness, and poetic intricacy that was the clan's signature. Oh man. And number 74, Brooklyn Zoo. Lyrically, this joint displays Dirty's unwavering rebellious spirit, staking his claim as one of many, no one man army who's never been um look taken out. He's throwing down direct challenges, daring anyone to test his rhyming skills or his street wisdom. The lyrics are a testament to his street hardened persona, highlighting his aggressive demeanor and unapologetic confidence. It's a verbal warfare zone where ODB stands as the undefeated general. Number 73, Shark Niggas, Biters, laying down his perspective on plagiarism in the industry. Ray and Ghostface Killer weave a narrative of frustration and palpable anger. The track doesn't follow the conventional structure of verse chorus. Instead, it's a candid conversational piece. The duo calls out unnamed MCs for biting slang for stealing their lyrics and album cover designs. While Raekwon's laid back tone somewhat bellies the inherent hostility, the message is clear. Originality in hip hop is fundamental and non negotiable. Rich and Black, number 72. This track is brimming with references to wealth, power, and the cultural nuances specific to the African American community. Every line Raekwon delivers speaks of a defiantly affluent Black identity. Raekwon the Chef weaves a narrative about the ruthless struggle for success while acknowledging the societal structures that often limit it. The backdrop to this narrative is an array of visuals, luxurious Gucci leather, the gleam of Harry Winston jewelry, and the grimy reality of New York's concrete streets. He acknowledges the systemic pressures from police harassment to corporate manipulation while asserting a sense of will and agency. This street savvy prophet serves his wisdom raw and unfiltered, calling out the superficiality inherent in the pursuit of status symbols while still reveling them, reveling in them. Rich and Black is a testament to Raekwon's talent for creating multi-layered stories that are both reflective and perspective. Um, Number 71, Starkology. A rebel at heart, Ghostface shouts out to the outlaws, those hiding in the shadows of society, boosting and bagging for survival. Through his lines, he gives us glimpses of his past, recollections of hand to mouth survival, dealing with the law and life precarious edge. But that's not all. He also flexes his lyrical prowess, claiming his position at the top of the hip hop game, unafraid of any newcomers trying to replace him. He signifies that his name still rings through the streets, his legacy long lasting like the lingering scent of Glade. Number 70, Verbal Intercourse by by Raekwon the Chef featuring Ghostface Killer and Nas. Um Featuring an unforgettable verse from Nas, the lyrics explores themes of systemic oppression. Hang on. The greedy reality of street life and the relentless pursuit of wealth amidst adversity. The rhymes weave intricate narratives that, like bulletproof graffiti on project walls, bear testament to the struggles and triumphs bred in the concrete jungle, layered with a potent sense of realism. Verbal intercourse is no fairy tale, but a relentless foray into the survival of the fittest, steeped in street wisdom and a yearning for a pot of gold at the end of the struggle. Bathed in the raw, unfiltered truth, the song is a lighthouse guiding aspirants navigating the treacherous waters of the rap game and life on the streets. Number 69, House of Flying Daggers. Yes, House of Flying Daggers. Inspector Deck sets the tone, boasting about his heavyweight status in the game, unbothered by external threats. Raekwon the Chef takes the baton next, flaunting his riches while highlighting his readiness to spill blood if challenged. Jizz's chorus emphasizes their readiness for war, while Ghostface Killer reminisces about their journey and hustle to provide for their team. Method Man closes it out with a stark reminder of their illustrious history and relentless determination. Number 68, Cross My Heart. This joint is off of his sophomore solo album, Beneath the Surface, which features Killer Priest and Inspector Deck, adding more Wu firepower to the mix. Jizz's reflective and philosophical poets come through with lines that leverage old school sayings, giving them a gritty, street smart twist. This track is a raw, unfiltered commentary on urban life's hardships in places like Brownsville, which is in Brooklyn. For those of you who don't know, and a declaration of defiance in the face of adversity. The lyrics paint vivid pictures of the chaotic world around him, from the violent police presence to the betrayal by close ones. rapping about the struggle to rise above this brutal reality. Jizza flexes his sharp lyricism, crafting potent verses that hit hard. Number 67, Stomp the Roach. Stomp the Roach, the Bloody Beetroots remix. Oh, wow. Um, Hold up. This track ain't just your regular boom bap. You got laces it up, showcasing his lyrical prowess with a twist of criticism. He starts off in a confrontational manner, expressing his dislike and disdain for an unnamed adversary. He then flips the script, mentioning industry giants like Eminem and GZA, suggesting a theft of his phone and voicing his dissatisfaction about it. He states his belief that GZA is the new and improved version of Eminem. By the end, he delivers a shout out to Eminem, referring to him as the real Slim Baby. The track's aggressive beats and you guys' fiery delivery make it a standout piece in his discography. Um, Number 66, Pitbull Fights. Raekwon the chef doesn't pull any punches, offering an unfiltered lens into a world of drug trafficking, violence, and the grind of the streets. The song is a vivid exploration of the harsh realities of life in the hood, where life hangs by a thread. The narrative weaves tales of hustlers, gangsters, games of chance, and survival strategies in a hostile urban environment. Raekwon the chef also touches on the struggle for power, survival, and respect, emphasizing the ruthless drive and determination that life on these streets often demands. Economically and skillfully, he paints a picture of danger and desperation, eliminating the close knit links between risk, reward, ambition, and survival in these unforgiving terrains. Number 65, Boxing Hand. Um, Boxing Hand by Ghostface Killer, featuring Method Man and Street. A raw gem off Ghostface Killer's sophomore solo album, Iron Man, delivered with the raw, gritty realness that only the Wu Tang Clan can bring. It illuminates a key characteristic of Ghostface's style storytelling. The track features the iconic Method Man and Raekwon the Chef, all blending seamlessly over a soulful RZA production. Method Man's unmistakable voice rings out, providing a lyrical contrast to Ghostface's energetic delivery. Raekwon um, contributes an intriguing element of mystery, encapsulating the Wu spirit with its hard hitting lyricism, highlighting the struggles in the streets of Staten Island. Overall, Boxing Hand demonstrates Ghostface's status as part of the lyrical echelon of the 90s East Coast hip hop scene. Number 64, The Grain by Ghostface Killer featuring the RZA. Um, Ghostface Killer's classic joint Supreme Clientele. This track is a testament to Ghost's bona fide storytelling prowess, with the RZA delivering the hook. The combination the combination escalates the song into a whole different stratosphere. The beat chopped up from an old school soul classic keeps your head rocking while the lyrics paint a vivid image. This is Ghost's genius turning street tales into high art. But let's not sleep on the RZA's contribution. His unmistakable flow adds another layer of depth. Not the best track on Supreme Clientele, but Ghost and RZA tandems always guarantee some serious fire. Number 63, Black Jesus by Ghostface featuring Raekwon the Chef and You God. A testament to Ghostface Killer's incredible flair for storytelling in hip hop. Featuring Raekwon the Chef and You God, the track um, pulsates with raw energy as the three Staten Island legends offer their portrayals of gritty street tales set to soul infused beats. Ghostface's emotional intensity is perfectly balanced by Raekwon's intricate lyricism and You God's commanding voice. Making for a track that's as powerful as it is poetic. At number 65 on our list, Black Jesus may not be Wu Tang's best known track, but to overlook its unique energy and narrative brilliance would be a mistake. The Black Jesus metaphor underscores their own defecation in the hip hop uh, um, the hip hop pantheon, making this track a deep cut worth revisiting. Number 62, No Hook featuring Prince Rakeem, um, the RZA, and Method Man. Yeah, you heard right, Shaquille O'Neal. Now be honest, y'all didn't see that hip hop pivot coming. This track is a 93 throwback featuring the dynamic duo of Prince Rakeem, aka the RZA, and Method Man. Um, Remember when sports and hip hop were like best friends? Well, No Hook is a full court press of old school rugged hip hop ethos. Shaq might have been a beast on the paint, but he also threw down some solid bars, proving he's got more skill sets than just hooping. Not gonna lie, it's a novelty track, sure, but it's got that raw Wu Tang vibe and Spitfire lyrics that'll leave you reminiscing the good of the good old '90s. So give it up for Shaq Fu, y'all. Number 61, Kame, by Ghostface, featuring Raekwon the Chef and Capadonna. From Ghostface Killer's masterpiece, Iron Man is as smooth as hip hop gets. Um, Wu Tang's trinity of dope lyricists, Raekwon and Capadonna, join Ghostface on the track, laying down verses thicker than molasses over RZA's soulful production. On this joint, the trio lay praises on the ladies with that raw, uncut smack your mama, woo, wit, and greediness we've come to expect. It's an unexpected romantic track that still keeps to the clan's raw style, reminding us that even the hardest MCs can spit softer rhymes. Let's be clear. Kame ain't no pop crossover. It's a street serenade that showcases the versatility of Wu Tang's verbal assault. This ain't for the Billboard charts. This is for the block, for the culture. Number 60, You Can't Stop Me Now by RZA. A testament to RZA's brilliance as a rapper and a producer, an unyielding proclamation of spiritual strength and resilience. The joint is drenched in history, and nostalgia. The production borrows from Sweet Soul, adding a melancholic undertone to the track. And let's talk about those bars, son. RZA spits nothing but pure truth, delivering insightful reflections on his journey and his triumphs. The chemistry between RZA's introspective verses and the soulful sample is nothing short of extraordinary. It's a power move that manifests the Wu's philosophy. You can't stop a genius. So whether you are new to the Wu or been down since day one, this track is a must-have in your rotation. In your rotation, it's potent, reflective, and undeniably fly quintessentially Wu Tang. Number 59, Wildflower by Ghostface Killer. A must listen for any disciple of the Wu saga. Ghostface Killer lays it down with raw emotion on this cut off his 1996 masterpiece Iron Man. The track stands as a testament to Ghostface's storytelling prowess, painting a steamy graphic tale of love turned sour. An explicit It's an explicit narrative that brazenly flouts radio norms. Yet its power lies in its frank realness. Um, the beat courtesy of RZA vamps a sample from an obscure Sylvester ballad, creating a sultry mood soundscape that perfectly underscores Ghostface's heartbroken fury. There is no candy coating here. This is raw, unfiltered expression, an integral part of the Wu Tang's gritty aesthetic. Number 58, North Star by Raekwon the Chef. Jules, actually. A track that flawlessly demonstrates Wu Tang Clan's innate ability to fuse gritty street narratives with esoteric philosophies. Um, Laced with an ethereal beat as its backdrop. Raekwon and Papa Wu carry us on a journey that feels both mystical and grounded in the realities of life in the hood. Raekwon's gritty lyricism, painted with themes of perseverance, struggle, and survival, contrasts beautifully with Papa Wu's philosophical monologue. The symbolic reference to the North Star, a guiding light for lost souls, amplifies the profoundness of this track, further cementing Wu Tang's status as hip hop sages. North Star um, Jules stands as a testament to their musical genius, rightfully earning a spot on our list. Number 57, After the Smoke is Clear by Ghostface Killer, showcasing the creative genius of the Wu-Tang Clan. Now, don't get it twisted, son. It ain't the clan's most recognized track, but it's a straight masterclass in gritty storytelling. Ghostface, he just levitates on the beat, spitting bars with that razor sharp lyrical dexterity we've come to love. The instrumental, a mesmerizing blend of RZA's production, embodies the raw, underground feel emblematic of hip hop's golden era. The interplay between lyrics and music here is a dialogue, converting raw street experiences into poetry. Best believe this joint remains an underappreciated gem in the Wu Tang discography. Word is bond. Number 56, Spot Rushers by Raekwon the Chef. A gem in the rough. It's that Shaolin blood in Ray's veins that flows right into your eardrums, nodding your head with no permission asked. Ray's lyrical cutting edge is sharper than ever, slicing through a sonic landscape painted by RZA's expert hands. The track is all about hustling on the streets, a theme common to the grittier side of hip hop. Raekwon brings that raw energy, the heartfelt, no, the heartbeat, excuse me, of the streets, threading it with an aggressive narrative. But the beauty lies in the details, the wordplay, the metaphors. This is hip hop storytelling at its finest. And don't get it more woo than Spot Rushers. Peace. Number 55, Ghostface Killer. Number 55, Motherless Child, featuring by Ghostface Killer, featuring Raekwon the Chef. This song is a gut wrenching, street hardened storytelling. Ghostface stretches his narrative chops, painting vivid pictures of street life, while Raekwon the Chef provides the perfect counterpoint, excuse me. Their chemistry, a potent mix of verbal interplay and lyrical prowess, is on full display here. It's draped over a haunting soul sample, which creates a perfect backdrop for Ghost and Ray's visceral tales. It ain't all bling and glamour in this hip hop classic. This is blunt and brutal reality, a testament to Ghostface's ability to keep it 100. If you are looking for a track that epitomizes Shaolin street tales at their finest, Motherless Child sits comfortably close to the top. This one ain't no child's play, fam. Number 54, The Faster Blade by Ghostface Killer featuring Raekwon the Chef. This sees Ghostface Killer on his Tony Stark's Iron Man persona, flexing his lyrical muscle over a soul-infused RZA production. But it's the chef, Raekwon, who steals the show here, coming with that potent patent patented, yeah, patented. Sorry about the butcher. Wu-Tang conversational flow. You can also see him nestle in a smoky back room, narrating stories of street deceit with a half-smoked stogie clutched between his fingers. Raekwon's storytelling prowess is unmatched, and coupled with Ghost's flair for vivid imagery, the faster blade cuts deep. It's ranked 48 because even though it's an undeniable gem, the clan's discography is so rich that true GOAT, greatest of all time status requires some next level genius. Number 53, 260 by Ghostface Killer featuring Raekwon the Chef. Featuring the lyrical chef, Raekwon is a stoic gem from Ghost's debut album, Iron Man. A real testament to the grime and elegance Wu-Tang could weave. The track has that classic RZA infused production that stays under your skin long after the last beat drops. The duo's signature lyrical prowess is on full display as they navigate tales of street hustle and strife, serving up raw, unfiltered charisma on a bed of poignant storytelling. Ghost and Ray's chemistry here is undeniable, feeding off each other's energy with smooth lyrical transitions that take us back to the essence of Wu's reign in the 90s. Though it doesn't seem always get the shine. 260 showcases some of the clan's best elements, raw lyricism, vivid narratives, and stellar beats. That's the Wu Tang way. Um, Number 52, Poisonous Darts by Ghostface Killer. An intoxicating cut off Ghostface Killer's second solo joint. Iron Man is an exemplary testament to Stark's lyrical prowess. Straight from the jump, Tony Stark gets busy painting vivid imagery over a soulful RZA arranged beat. No hook, no chorus, just Ghost going in, spewing razor sharp darts that flow with eloquence and surgical precision. Ghost drenches every verse in exquisite detail, keeping you riveted as as he streams consciousness, boosting his Staten Island roots and street credibility. He punctuates his narrative with raw emotion, and each line hits like a dart. As potent as the title suggests, perfection like this is why Ghost is forever etched in the hip hop um, pantheon. Number 51, Wisdom Body by Raekwon the Chef featuring Ghostface Killer. Um, a smooth contemplative cut from Raekwon's celebrated album Only Built for Cuban Links. This track is a Ghostface Killer solo joint, showcasing his memorable storytelling technique. Ghostface drops jewel Latin bars over RZA's mellow, minimalist beat filled with faint piano keys and a seductive sample from Gladys Knight's The Way We Were. Ghost's raw yet nuanced storytelling hits each bar with precision, weaving complex narratives like an urban board. Um, urban bard, excuse me. This track underscored Ghostface's transition from a clan member to a young god MC destined to carve his niche in hip hop. Wisdom Body might not be a radio banger, it's a quintessential piece of Wu-Tang artistry, amplifying the clan's knack for gritty, emotional street tales laced with wisdom. Number 50, Ghostface. Number 50, Run by Ghostface Killer. A standout joint from Ghostface Killer's album, the Pretty Tony album, brings the frantic energy of the streets into your speakers. Ghost and guest feature Jadakiss spit vivid verses about paranoia and survival in the concrete jungle. The urgency is palpable, like a pulse throbbing chase scene in a gritty crime thriller, with with the sirens laden beat fueling the adrenaline rush. Um, Ghost's lyrical prowess is on full display here, painting a realistic picture of inner city life with his signature cinematic style. While it ain't exactly uplifting, Run sticks to your ribs because it's raw, real, and resonates with the fight or flight instinct that too that's too familiar in the hood. Um, it's an underappreciated gem in the vast Wu verse, reflecting Ghostface's gift for storytelling and delivering emotion. And number 49, We Pop by RZA. Um, drenched in a synth heavy sound that nods to the new millennium. It's a far cry from the grimy beats of Wu's golden age, but ain't no doubt the clan adapts. RZA's dark lyrics get subtly eliminated by the unexpected R&B hook, featuring an uncredited female vocalist, ushering in a fresh but slightly jarring dimension for die-hard fans. Some might say it's a touch too mainstream for Wu's heritage, but the joint still holds its weight. Hold on. The rawness of RZA's baritone verses do inject that familiar Wu Tang venom, but in We Pop, we get to see a less seen, more polished side of RZA's versatile genius. Number 48, Buck 50, by Ghostface Killer featuring Capadonna, Method Man, and Redman. A firecracker of a track on Ghostface Killer's Still Sophomore album, Supreme Clientele. This ain't just an album cut. Nah, it's a whole cinematic experience with Method Man and Redman bringing their A game and Capadonna dropping knowledge. This track screams East Coast rawness. The beat, courtesy of RZA, is a jaunty carnival-esque sample that throbs with kinetic energy, and Ghostface holds court with his vivid street tales. Let's not forget about Method Man's catchy chorus, Redman's standout verse that showcases his witty wordplay and energetic style. Um, and Cap, his verse is packed with street wisdom that's real enough to leave a permanent mark. But 50 is a quintessential Wu-Tang joint, unfiltered, raw, and hauntingly real. Your pulse gonna race, your head gonna nod. That's the power of the Wu. Number 47, Boxing Hand by Ghostface Killer featuring Method Man and Street. A gritty a gritty culmination of Ghostface Killer, Method Man, and Street Life's lyrical prowess. Debuted on Ghostface's second album, Iron Man, this track stays true to the raw, street-laced narratives Wu-Tang Clan is praised for. Method Man's silky flow cut through the menacing RZA produced beat, while Ghostface stays true to his off-kilter narrative style. Um, but it's street life often playing the background in the Wu-Tang Clan hierarchy, who manages to shine brightly with an energized verse. It's not a chart topper, but this joint boosts some of the most authentic storytelling in the clan's arsenal, infused with Wu's classic gritty urban realism. Box in Hand is a testament to the golden age of hip hop. Um, Number 46, Ice Water by Raekwon the Chef featuring Ghostface Killer and Capadonna. Raekwon's classic debut, only built for Cuban links. Raekwon, Ghostface, and Kappa spit fire on this one. The track carries a perpetual ambience of menace and suspense, thanks to that vintage RZA production. The clan's lyrical prowess on full display. Ghostface Killer tears the beat apart with a visceral verse, while Capadonna throws down with his streetwise wisdom, and Raekwon finishes it off with his trademark crime-ridden narratives. This is a masterclass in storytelling, painting a gritty picture of Staten Island living, and is a true testament to the Wu's collective ability to spin street tales into gold. Number 45, Duck Season by Wu-Tang Clan, of course, includes Raekwon the Chef, RZA, and Method Man. Um, Raekwon, RZA, and Method Man drop atomic bars on an eerie RZA beat that's more sinister than a midnight rendezvous in Shaolin. This joint is straight up lyrical warfare. Raekwon's layered storytelling, RZA's philosophical dose of reality, and Method Man's storytelling. No, Method Man's agro poetics, excuse me, creating a verbal maze filled with rich metaphors and rugged street bravado. Um, Method Man's verse, filled with his signature wit and charisma, reminds listeners why he's often regarded as a fan favorite. Despite its menacing undertones, Duck Season highlights the chemistry of Wu Tang members, proving that even when they are spitting venom, they are at their best when working together. It's that raw, unfiltered Wu, seasoned with grimy wordplay and served on a platter of hardcore boom bap. Ain't nothing to mess with for real. Oh shit. Oh man. Number 44, Nutmeg by Ghostface Killer featuring RZA. Featuring RZA, this goes down as one of those Wu-Tang bangers, spicing up the hip hop scene like the potent epitomous spice itself. From Ghostface Killer's brilliant Supreme Clientele album, it signaled a resurgence of Wu-Tang's essence, with Ghostface spitting those raw, vivid lyricism that made him a rap force over a spot on soul sample cloaked with creative vinyl scratches. RZA wasn't jabbing on the track as usual. Instead, he provided the sonic playground. His inventive production work injected life into the sample cut, resulting in a booming orchestral flair coursing through the track. Lyrically dense, stylistically innovative, and audibly satisfying. Nutmeg gave us that much needed short of Wu Tang magic. Number 43, Glaciers of Ice by Raekwon the Chef featuring Ghostface Killer and Master Killer. A classic cut off of Raekwon's debut solo album, only built for Cuban links. Touted as one of the greatest hip hop records of all time, featuring Ghostface Killer and Master Killer. It was the verbal equivalent of a drive-by shooting with its potent street um, narratives and enthralling wordplay. Ghostface delivered one of his most visceral verses, painting a vivid picture of the rough and tumble street life, while Master Killer came through with his trademark intellectual depth. And let's not ignore RZA's production magic. The beat is an eerie mix of haunting piano and crunching drums, overlaying it with all with vocal samples from kung fu flicks. In short, Glaciers of Ice is the Wu at their finest, gritty, raw, and unapologetically real. Number 42, Daytona 500 by Ghostface Killer featuring Raekwon the Chef and Capadonna. A classic banger off Ghostface Killer's early solo masterpiece, Iron Man. Hold on. Iron Man, an exhilarating, slick ride packed with intricate wordplay and booming beats. With the backing of Raekwon and Capadonna, Ghostface crafts lyrics as swift and seamless as the race cars zipping around the esteemed Floridian track from which the track takes its title. The track's top-notch production, accentuated by soulful samples from the iconic 60s girl group, The Supremes, complements the fast-paced lyrical wizardry of the trio perfectly. This cut ain't just for racing fans. It's a wild ride that embodies the raw, rambunctious, and razor-sharp lyricism Wu-Tang is known for. One listen and it's clear Daytona 500 remains one of the finest tracks to come out of the Shaolin era. Buckle up, hip hop heads. Yeah, number 41, Maria by the Wu-Tang Clan, featuring late great Old Dirty Bastard, Capadonna, and RZA. A scaling track that hits you right in the jugular. The joint features verses from the inimitable Old Dirty Bastard, Capadonna, and RZA, and is an indelible testament to the Wu-Tang Clan's ability to blend, excuse me, des- disparate rap styles into a cohesive whole. ODB's gravelly yet melodic wordplay, Capadonna's rapid fire rhymes, and an impressive lyrical insight of RZA combined to dismantle expectations. The soulful background, with its dark, bellowing bass line and piercing flute, creates a haunting atmosphere that sets the perfect stage for these lyricists. The track is a perfect encapsulation of the Wu-Tang sound, gritty, complex, and evocative. Definitely one to bump when you desire that authentic hip hop vibe. Number 40, Assassination Day, by Ghostface Killer, featuring Raekwon the Chef, RZA, and Inspector Deck. All right, so Vivid, ruthless track off of Ghostface Killer's debut album, Iron Man, never shy about tapping into the darker sides of the streets. Ghostface teams up with Raekwon, RZA, and Inspector Deck, painting a grim tale laced with warning shots. The beat, the true to RZA's production aesthetics, comes loaded with dissonant piano hits and an atmospheric vinyl crackle. But what truly sets this joint apart is the lyrical prowess. Raekwon's mafioso rap is on full display. Inspector Deck drops knowledge through metaphors, and Ghostface's distinctive voice punctuates with raw, unfiltered energy. It's a story of power, struggle, and raw survival as the Wu members play hitman plotting a metaphorical assassination, a critique of the cutthroat nature of the rap game itself. Nothing short of classic. All right, so number 39, Impossible by Wu-Tang Clan, featuring RZA, You God, Ghostface Killer, and Takita. Oh boy. Not just your regular boom bap jam, it's a sonic symphony that also low-key serves as Wu-Tang's thesis statement, boosting um dense layered verse work from Ghostface, You God, and the RZA. This joint is a showcase of formative Wu lyricism that's a celestial as it is streets. Um, Takita on the hooks adds an ethereal touch, elevating the track's depth and moves significantly. The lyrical play um here ranges from the melancholic and introspective to the gritty and observational. Ghost's verse is hands down a master stroke, arguably one of his finest, showcasing unparalleled poetic grit. The RZA's production is solid too. Dropping a beat that's hauntingly soulful as the bars flowing over it. A track that perfectly captures the grimy elegance of the Staten Island's finest. All right, I'm gonna just skim through from 38 through number 1. I'm not gonna read the statements and stuff, so I'm just gonna skim through as fast as I can. So number 38, Wu Gambinos, by what is it? Ooh, Gambino's by let me see, by Raekwon the Chef, featuring Ghostface Killer, Method Man, RZA, and Master Killer. The Hidden Chambers remix. Number 37, Rainy Days featuring Ghostface Killer and Blue Raspberry. And by Raekwon the Chef himself. Yes. Heaven and Hell by Raekwon the Chef featuring Ghostface Killer. Knowledge number 35, Knowledge God, by Raekwon the Chef. Number 34, All That I Got Is You by Ghostface Killer featuring Mary J. Blige. Yeah, this was a sad one, man. This was a sad one, man. Uh this was about his mom's, so that's why I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, and number 33, Knuckleheads by Raekwon the Chef featuring Ghostface Killer and You Got. Number 32, For Heaven's Sake by Wu-Tang Clan featuring Inspector Deck, Master Killer, and Capadonna. Number 31, Verbal Intercourse by Raekwon the Chef featuring Ghostface Killer and Nas. Number 30, Cold World by GZA. Number 29, Criminology by Raekwon the Chef featuring Ghostface Killer. Number 28, Grits by RZA. Number 27, Incarcerated Incarcerated Scarfaces by Raekwon the Chef. Number 26, It's Yours by Wu-Tang Clan featuring Raekwon the Chef, You Got, RZA, Inspector Deck, and Ghostface Killer. Number 25, Iron Maiden by Ghostface Killer. Number 20, Clan in the Front by Wu-Tang Clan featuring RZA and GZA. Number 23, one of my favorites, Can It Be All So Simple, featuring RZA, by Wu-Tang Clan featuring RZA, Raekwon the Chef, and Ghostface Killer. Number 22, Guillotine Swords, by Raekwon the Chef, featuring Ghostface Killer, Inspector Deck, and GZA. Genius. Number 21, Seventh Chamber by Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah, Wu-Tang Seventh Chamber. Number 20, Reunited by Wu-Tang Clan, featuring GZA, Late Great Old Dirty Bastard, RZA, and Method Man. Number 19, Tears by Wu-Tang Clan featuring RZA, Ghostface Killer, Raekwon the Chef, and Inspector Deck. Number 18, Brooklyn Zoo, Late Great Old Dirty Bastard. Number 17, Liquid Swords by GZA. Number 16, Fourth Chamber by GZA. Number 15, Ice Cream by Raekwon the Chef featuring Ghostface Killer, Method Man, and Capadonna. Number 14, Molasses by Earl Sweatshirt featuring RZA. Number 13, Shame on the Nigga by Wu-Tang Clan featuring Raekwon the Chef, Late Great Old Dirty Bastard, and Method Man. Number 12, Soul Palled, RZA, Jay-Z, Pusha T, Kanye West. Number 11, The Mystery of Chess Boxing by Wu-Tang Clan featuring Method Man, You Got, Inspector Deck, Raekwon the Chef, Old Dirty Bastard, Ghostface Killer, and Master Killer. Number 10, I'll Be There For You, You All I Need to Get By Method Man. Number 9, Bring the Pain, Method Man. Um, Number 8, Bring the Ruckus, Wu-Tang Clan. Number 7, Method Man, by Wu-Tang Clan, featuring Method Man, Raekwon the Chef, Jizza, RZA, and Ghostface Killer. Um, Number 6, Triumph, by Wu-Tang Clan. Um, Number 5, Shadowboxing by Jizza. Number 4, Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With by Wu-Tang Clan. Number 3, Protect Your Neck by Wu-Tang Clan. And number 2, Shimmy Shimmy Ya by the late great Old Dirty Bastard. And number one of my favorite joints is Cream, which is Cash Rules Everything Around Me by Wu-Tang Clan. All right. Now that we got that out the way, let's get to Ice Cube. All right. All right. Let's get to Ice Cube, and this is from NME. Um, Hang on a second. Let me roll this up. Anyway, yeah. So Ice Cube has announced that he will be dropping Man Down, his first solo album in 5 years soon. While talking to Public Enemy's Chuck D on his Rap Station podcast, the Californian revealed that he's finishing up his next album in hopes of getting it out very soon. Rap Station. Ooh. I'm working on an album that hopefully I can finish in the next couple of weeks and scheduled to put it out, Q said. I'm digging what I'm doing. The name of the record is called Man Down, and it's a pretty good record. I like it. It's dope. Um, in the same chat, Cube also reflected on his career and how it has shaped the person he is today. It's a blessing, really. For one, I made a promise to myself when I got into this business that I wouldn't let it change who I am as a person. So I was always willing to let the chips fall where they may and not worry about I can't do this or my career will be over, or if I do this, will this happen? When you broke off when you are starting off, going back to being broke is not an issue. That's not motivation. Like, I'm going to be broke again, let me bow down to this bullshit. No. Man Down would be the hip hop pioneer's first solo LP since 2018's Everything's Corrupt, where he showed the political rebelliousness he's known for on tracks like Arrest the President, referring to then US leader Donald Trump, aka Cheeseface 45. Since then, the rap and media mogul formed the hip hop supergroup Mount Westmore, which was comprised of E40, Snoop Dogg, and himself. Mount Westmore dropped their debut album Snoop Q 40 Short in December 2022. And in a 3-star review, NME said, in quote, Snoop Q 40 Short isn't completely devoid of praise. Having to accommodate 4 distinct styles and personalities is no simple task. But while there are moments of brilliance, it's clear there are too many chefs in the kitchen. While speaking to NME earlier this year about the record, Cube told us we wanted to do something that was gonna be eye-catching to all ages, that everybody across the world could relate to. We all bring so much to the table, and we respect the gang. We're not going to let our brothers down by not coming correct with the song and the idea. No matter how you blend us, it works. In July, Kanye West said that Cube had really influenced him to get on this anti-Semitic anti-Semitic vibe. The NWA band member refuted the claim, saying he didn't put the batteries in Ye's back to say harmful anti-Semitic comments that had him banned from both from both Twitter, known as X, and Instagram multiple times. Chatting to Piers Morgan, the It Was a Good Day rapper told the host that he had met Ye and believes Ye is doing great. He's still dealing with some people trying to hold on to his money. He continued, but for the most part, I believe he's in a good space. I think he's learned a lot from this past year, and hopefully he'll come out better on the other side. In December, Cube, um, in December, Cube, in December, Ice Cube will embark on the UK and Ireland leg of the High Rollers Volume 1 tour. This is a recap, actually, alongside with West Coast legends, The Game, and the group Cypress Hill. Fans can check out the dates below, available tickets here. So, um, the High Rollers Volume 1 tour dates took place December 5th, Glasgow, OVO Hydro. December 6th, Birmingham Resorts World Arena. Hang on a second here. Arena. And what is it? What is it? Come on. Yeah, Birmingham Resorts World Arena, Manchester AO Arena, Dublin 3 Arena, London's O2 Arena, and Nottingham um Motor Motorpoint Motorpoint Arena. All right, so let's get to Jermaine Dupri, another legend. And this is from Vibe, the website. So Jermaine Dupri is continuing the year-long celebration of Social Def's 30th anniversary. On Thursday, October 26th, the legendary producer was inducted into Atlanta's Black Music and Entertainment Walk of Fame. The ceremony was made possible by the Black American Music Association, which was founded in 2017 as a membership trade organization focused on protecting the legacy of Black music. After the accolade was unveiled, Dupree made sure to take a moment to thank Atlanta for cultivating a community that honors the culture. I want to thank the city of Atlanta, College Park, Fulton County, and God today. It's a perfect day for this to happen in the city of Atlanta, he said in his speech. Um, Additional honorees included Lil Wayne, Dallas Austin, Queen Latifah, Magic Johnson, Marvin Sapp, and the late great Mahalia Jackson. Um, Man, I just got inducted into the Black Walk of Fame, and it feels amazing. A lady on the red carpet asked me, "Does this mean Atlanta is the new Hollywood?" No, this is Atlanta. This is Black music and Black entertainment. Hashtag Social Death 30, the executive continued on X. In Vibe's most recent cover story, the Welcome to Atlanta creator reflected on how he balanced the immense success of Social Death at age 22. I think it reflected me, good and bad. It was both sides because I didn't have teaching or anything like that, but I never got in trouble or a situation where I needed a person to come bail me out. But yeah, I was pretty much just moving the needle myself. Nobody was showing or telling me what to do, he stated. Yeah. All right, you can check out the interview for yourself on their website. All right, so all right, let's get to Let's get to the difference between old school and new school. All right, and this is from the source website. So, um, let's see. In the ever evolving world of hip hop, the dynamics of success have taken an intriguing twist in recent years. It's a tale of two generations, the seasoned veterans who pioneered the genre and the fresh faced newcomers eager to make their mark. Surprisingly, the older rappers dominate the stage, sell tours, and command the attention of hip hop enthusiasts worldwide, while many of their younger counterparts struggle to find their footing. Um, there's no denying that hip hop has always celebrated its pioneers. The likes of Jay-Z, Nas, and Eminem have been instrumental in shaping the genre, and their legacies continue to thrive. Old and new fans are flocking to arenas and stadiums to catch a glimpse of these living legends in action. The question is, what is it about these seasoned performers that keep them in such high demand? Um, so, um, Hang on a second. Let me get rid of this. All right. So, a time tested catalog. One of the key factors contributing to the success of older rappers is their extensive and diverse discographies. Years of experience have allowed them to create an arsenal of timeless classics, ensuring that their concerts are packed with hits that resonate with multiple generations of fans. Seasoned stage presence, seasoned performers like Jay-Z and Nas have honed their stagecraft over decades. Their performances are a masterclass in crowd engagement, showmanship, and lyrical prowess. This level of expertise, this level of expertise can only come from years of live experience. Established fan base. Older rappers have built a loyal and dedicated fan base over the years. These fans continue to support their favorite artists, attending concerts and purchasing merchandise, helping to sustain their careers well into their 40s and 50s. Nostalgia factor. Hip hop fans often cherish the nostalgia of the genre's golden era. Seeing the icons of yesteryear perform live evokes a sense of nostalgia that many find irresistible, making them eager to relive their youth through these concerts. On the flip side, younger rappers face several challenges when it comes to um, selling out tours. Oversaturation, the hip hop landscape is flooded with new talent, making it harder for emerging artists to stand out. The sheer volume of newcomers often dilutes the attention and fan base that could propel them to tour success. Lack of catalog depth. Many younger rappers have fewer discographies than their older counterparts. This can make it challenging to fill a concert with enough hit songs to satisfy an audience, leading to shorter and less compelling performances. In experience, while young rappers may have raw talent, they often lack the stage presence and live performance skills that come with years of practice. Captivating an audience requires more than just a good flow. It demands charisma and an understanding of how to work a crowd. Evolving fan base. The fan base of younger rappers is generally younger and more fickle. Trends change change rapidly in the world of hip hop, and maintaining a dedicated following can be challenging when your audience is constantly seeking the next big thing. Um, in conclusion, the phenomenon of older rappers outshining their younger counterparts on tours can be attributed to a combination of factors, including their exist extensive, excuse me, catalog of hits, stage experience, established fan base, and the nostalgia they evoke. While younger rappers face obstacles in a crowded and ever-changing industry, they also have the opportunity to learn from the success of their predecessors and continue pushing the genre's boundaries. Ultimately, it's a dynamic landscape where both old and new can coexist, each bringing their unique strengths to the forefront of hip hop culture. Speaking of hip hop culture, man, let's get into Busta Rhymes. Let's get into Busta Rhymes, man, getting his flowers that he deserves. Um, Getting his flowers that he deserves. Yes, so all right, so Busta Rhymes announced so this is from billboard.com. So so many with so many Hollywood movies on ice as the strike by actors drags on into the fall, Busta Rhymes is prepping his own blockbuster. Actually, make that blockbuster the MC's 11th solo studio album, which is out right now. It came out on Black Friday, which is November 24th. Um, Busta announced the project in a video posted on his socials on Monday, October 23rd, in which he held a Zoom sit down with the project's four AAA list super producers: Pharrell, Timberland, and Swiss Beats. Um, this project right here is exclusive produced by the fucking committee. Swiss said in the clip. Pharrell, the Pharaoh, Timbo the King, Swizz Beats the Student. Oh wow. Timberland gave thanks for the Transformers like gathering production. Um Hold on a second, man. Production, hold on a second. Yeah, production legends. Telling Buster that he is so grateful that you chose me to be a part of your legacy. Pharrell also gave some insight into the project whose track list has not yet been released. So, in quote, you really feel eliminated, Skateboard P said of the collection that also lists Buster as an exec producer. This elimination is good because I think people gonna be able to get and feel that. Timbaland had a one-word description for the follow-up to Buster's 2020 sequel album Extinction Level 2, no, excuse me, Level Event 2, The Wrath of God, which featured guest spots from Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Rick Ross, Mary J. Blige, ODB, Anderson .Paak, Mariah Carey, and more. Timeless, Tim said, as Swizz scattered, the blockbuster Busta Rhymes is zone. The clip ends with a volcano erupting the album's title into the sky. In September, Busta dropped the Luxury Life single featuring Coi Leray, and last week he teased a new single, Chuki, featuring Alicia Lamora and OT. At press time, it was unclear if either song would be featured on the new album. So yeah, you can go check out the album right now. That's out right now, so you could go check it out for yourself. Of course, it's on Spotify, wherever you get your music. So let's see. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to make sure I covered the bases. Let me make sure I covered the bases. Hold on a second. Damn it. Okay, let me see if I covered the bases though. Let's see. Let's see if I covered the bases. All right, so okay. Oh, Drake. Yeah, Drake. I forgot to do Drake. Let me wait. Drake. Hold on a second. Um, Hold on a second here. Yeah, let's do that one, man. So Drake salutes. Um, Salutes Takeoff. Okay. All right. So, um, all right. And this is from Hip Hop DX. Let me get to here. So, tributes to Takeoff. No, hold on. That's not it. That's not it, though. Hold on a second. That's not what I meant. All right. So Drake's was Takeoff during Atlanta tour stop. So, this is from the Source website. Drake is continuing his run of IAAB tour shows in Atlanta. During his most recent show, Drake saluted the late Takeoff. Um, the first time I came to Atlanta was I hopped on the remix to the song called Versace, Drake said, and I just wanted to say while I'm in here, rest in peace to my brother Takeoff, one of my first brothers out here in Atlanta. Um Previously in Atlanta, Drake brought out some stars like Trey Young and Kai Cenat. Um, but the headline grabbing moment was something he said, dubbing the most important place in rap music. What would any of us be without Atlanta? Drake said. All the love that you've shown, all the musicians that you've birthed, all the contributions that you give. This is hands down the most important place in rap music, and you should be very proud of yourselves. Um, in other news, Drake's new single "Slime You Out" featuring SZA has "Slime You Out" has "Slime You Out" featuring SZA has made a number one debut on the Billboard Hot 100. Let me see. Hot 100. And let me see. Yeah, Hot 100, proving Charlemagne the God was wrong about his assessment of the song. The song is the 12th number one single for Drake, bringing him into a tie for fifth most all time. It is the second for SZA, who also is in the top three with the acoustic version of her hit Snooze with Justin Bieber. According to Illuminate, Slime You Out tallied an impressive 32.6 million streams, um, garnered 5.2 million radio airplay audience impressions, and achieved 2,000 downloads in the week ending September 21st. Drake now only trails Michael Jackson, Rihanna, Mariah Carey, and the Beatles. Once he tops the last one, his line on Going Bad, I have more slaps than the Beatles will officially officially ring true. Drake's most recent number one was Jimmy Cooks from the Honestly Nevermind album. So there you have it right there, man. I think I covered the bases. I think I covered the basis of this episode right here of all the topics right here. So I think we're good to wrap up here, man. We're good to wrap up here right now. So we're gonna wrap this up right here. Um all right, so we're gonna get to let me all right, so we're gonna get to the very last segment of the night, which is gonna be stream choices on the go. Let's go. Make sure you follow Off the Meat Red Chainz New York Avenue podcast, not only on Facebook, but also on Threads, Instagram, alongside with my other podcast shows that I do, Um, that and of course, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks Podcast, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, along with myself is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Um, and turning your notifications so you can know when I'll be on Instagram Live and details to when each episode is going to be dropping. So I will be able to drop as many episodes as I can before the end of the year. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm, trying to do what I can to actually get as much content out as possible before the Christmas break. So, forgive me. So, um, and yes, if you go to the link in bio in my link tree, you're gonna see a whole list of audio streaming platforms that I will mention. But first, man, let me do this first, though, man. Let me do this first. Yeah. So the audio streaming platforms, as listed, goes like this. Starting with Odyssey, Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, Snip, Spotify for podcasters, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, um, the 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 space where you can listen to music, radio, and podcasts for free. You don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio or any other streaming apps whatsoever. All you have to do is go ahead and follow Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast, along with my other two podcast shows that I just mentioned on Instagram, on every streaming platform, including iHeartRadio. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow, and do the same with YouTube. And follow my other two YouTube channel pages of my other podcast shows, which is Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, the review show, and of course my platform show, Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast as well. So make sure you grab the subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page. Click the like button so we can grow this channel, and of course comment on the topics, including the topics in this episode right here and any previous episodes whatsoever. And of course, be sure to grab alerts so you can be notified when each podcast episode recording is going to start, including the day, date, month, and time that's going to be recording on the air via live stream. And of course, stay tuned for more video content, and of course for more live episode podcasts as well. So in case you miss any of the episodes whatsoever, the live episodes are on YouTube. All right. So don't worry if you missed out on anything. I got you back, folks, at home. And yeah, be sure to listen, stream, watch these episodes, download the episodes if you can. Even if it's your favorite episodes, you can also add the podcast to your playlist on Spotify, Odyssey, Castbox FM. You have Moon FM podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast. You have Podcast Guru, Snipped, Spotify for podcasters, Spotify. You have TuneIn Radio. You also have Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Odyssey, Audible, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube, alongside with all the other streaming platforms that I just mentioned, wherever you get your podcast. When you add the podcast to your playlist on streaming platforms, you will be notified on each new episode that is going to be dropping. So you don't miss out on any new episodes that's dropping. All right. So share the episodes, share the videos, tell a friend to another friend, spread the word. Word of mouth is important. And of course, share my Linktree link that says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555 for more episodes. And of course, you can share with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, people you're cool with from work, and everywhere else in between. And that's gonna do it, man. That's gonna do it, man. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonaire. Thank you very much for listening to the redo of episode 303. I do apologize for the hold up. For some reason, the previous episode that I did of 303, it went and upload to the streaming platform of Spotify for podcasters. I don't know why. But yes, so 303 is titled Each of Us Love Pretzels, our favorite snack, which is dedicated to National Pretzels Day. All right. And listen, remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to work hard and earn it, because it's not going to be given to you on a fucking silver platter. You feel what I'm saying, folks at home? And of course, New York wasn't built in a day. And of course, be sure to look for something that makes you happy, as far as a skill, whatever skill you desire and choose, whatever career field you choose whatsoever. Don't let anybody stop you from following your goals and dreams. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's your parents. It's not about your parents. It's about you. It's about you and your life. And go with your instincts. See where it goes. You know what I'm saying? And of course, be sure to be on your P's and Q's creatively, mentally, physically, and spiritually. That gets you into your zone, alongside with tunnel vision. And of course, do what you love, do what makes you happy, and don't worry about what your parents or anybody else thinks if there's no money into it. It's not about money. Money doesn't solve problems. Money isn't everything. Everything in life is not always mandatory. Remember that. You have to be on your own pace. Don't worry about doing things fast, because if you try to do things fast and think about money, you're gonna end up making mistakes. So it takes time to build up. It takes time to build up listenership. Take it from me. It took me 3 years to be successful in a podcasting career. And I thank every single one of you out there for taking the time to listen. And shout out to the people from Spotify for podcasters for making Spotify Rap 2023. I appreciate y'all, and everything else in between. And that's about it for me, man. Peace and one love. I hope y'all enjoyed your Christmas shopping and everything else. Get everything done. Get your eggnogs and all that other great stuff whatsoever. I'm out of here. Peace and one love. Take care of one another and check on one another on their mental health and everything else in between. Good night, everybody.